We go to the opening of the show. We see Sam Houston and Wahoo losing to Tully and Jimmy Garvin in a tag match. And after Houston is pinned, Wahoo decides to chop down Tully and Jimmy Garvin with some vicious chops. Normally, I don't ask you guys' thoughts on the opening of the show, but Doc, did you have any notes from the opening with Wahoo chopping down some trees?
No, but I'm pretty sure you've asked us our thoughts on the opening segment every week for the past 4, you dumbass.
Okay. I did that on purpose.
That's nice.
That's nice. Harper, what about you? Anything?
No, I mean, guess I'm so used to the crowd screaming for the Rock and Roll Express and all that. They didn't really seem that loud for this one.
They were into it, but it wasn't like we've seen in the past. I agree.
Yeah.
All right. So then we go to the opening of the show, and it's Schiavone and Crockett, and it was quick, but they make an announcement, and Jim Cornette comes out. So I'm going to play it. Here it is.
Welcome to World Championship Wrestling, and Tony, here's your co-host.
David, you don't know how glad I am to see you back, because this man, we got a couple of things to talk about. Can we talk about him first of all?
Go ahead. I got a couple things to talk about too, so you better get to me.
Okay, first of all, we told you that in 30 days' time we would tell you the site of the 1987 Jim Crockett Senior Memorial Cup Tag Team Tournament. We're going to have that announcement here with you today. Also, the Road Warriors will be here. They'll have the cup with them.
That's right,
the cup
will.
they won in New Orleans. News about the Great American Bash 86 coming your way this summer. And the words of the James Boys. They're on the breath, the tongue of every wrestling fan.
The breath, the tongue. What are you giving, an anatomy lesson? Let me tell you something. First of all, because Baby Doll was the start of all my problems, I brought her a peace present, a peace offering. The Mama Cass Elliott workout tape for you right here, Baby Doll. And let me tell you something else. The James Boys always striking under cover of the night, under cover of darkness. You know why? Because they're a bunch of cowards. You saw what they tried to do to me, Tony Schiavone.
I sure did.
You know what would have happened if Bobby and Dennis hadn't have been along to save me? There's no telling what would have happened to me. I would not be standing here right now. That might make you happy, but it don't make me happy, and it don't make my mother happy. Well, let me tell you something, Dusty Rhodes and Magnum, because everybody knows that's who you are, James Boys. You think it's 1875. You're outlaws in the Old West. Well, let me tell you something. I don't like people that ride around in pickup trucks and spit on the ground and listen to Waylon and Willie and Hank and Sam and Pete and Bob, because they stink and you stink, and I'm going to have the Midnight Express unmask you, James Boys, and show everybody just exactly that you are Magnum TA and Dusty Rhodes. And then the president of the NWA, Bob Geigel, is going to fine them and suspend them, maybe indefinitely, and get them out of professional wrestling where they got no place in the first place, and then they'll be out of my hair. I can't even turn around. I can't even turn my back, because I never know when they're coming after me. I think he's finished. Let's go to the ring, because we've got a great match.
Okay. I want y'all to hold that thought real quick when Crockett just said, let's go to the ring. We've got a great match. Let's go to the promo first. Harper, do you have any notes from that one from Cornette?
He's pissed, man. What the fuck? Take the mask off.
He's mad. He's pissed off. He sure is. Doc, what about you?
I think it's funny because he's been wearing Schiavone out. And Schiavone, I'm glad you're back. I need help with this guy.
Yeah, runaway train. Did you catch the part where he's talking about the tape? Where he's got the tape?
Yeah, that show's hilarious.
Do you even know who Mama Cass is, you illiterate?
I don't, but I still popped. Go ahead, educate me. You're so smart.
Well, she was a singer in the singing group in the 60s, the Mamas and Papas. She was a big lady, and she choked on a sandwich and died.
Damn. That's real classy of Cornette then.
Right.
Fuck. Wow. That makes it even worse.
Heels got a heel, dude.
Yeah. Now, what else did you have from it, Doc?
That's it, pal. What else do you need?
Did you? Well, I thought you might catch this. Did y'all catch Cornette shooting on hillbillies?
Wailing and willing and spitting on the ground and driving a pickup truck?
Well, I asked that because that ain't too far from what he does nowadays on his podcast every single week.
Yeah.
It's all he does. He shits on hillbillies. He shits on hillbillies nonstop. But anyway, I thought that was good effective promo and good stuff. And I did catch Schiavone say, I'm glad you're back, Crockett, because he's been taking a whipping from Cornette. Now, I said a second ago, Crockett mentioned, we've got a great match. Let's go to the ring. Doc, how many seconds was this?
13 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
Magnum TA versus Art Pritz, and Crockett led in with, "We got a great match. Let's go to the ring."
Why even bother?
I guess because it was just an hour long. They're like, yeah, just fucking throw that shit out there.
Yeah, we can't get 13 seconds of airtime out of anything else. I mean, fuck, send Rick out there for another 13 seconds. Shit. But I thought that was funny. I thought that was great. Let's go. We got a great match at 13 seconds. Magnum TA.
Pretty soon, he's not even going to lock up. He's just going to say, "Go run into the ropes and come here."
No offense to all the Young Bucks lovers out there and ROH listeners who listen to us, but he's just going to pull a Young Bucks and whip out the super kick 5 minutes in.
Run across the ring and belly to
Fuck
back,
the lockup.
belly to belly.
Yeah. Fuck the lockup. Let's just go to super kick first. Oh, I'm just poking fun. But anyway.
It's all right. He'll
we
be
go
crippled soon.
We'll go. Oh, Jesus, Doc. We go from Magnum and Art Pritz to Rock and Roll Express. Doc, did you have notes from this one?
Well, his face is still all taped up.
What about you, Harper?
His fucking face is all fucking destroyed, and when he pulls out that big ass pair of fucking shorts, where the fuck it was supposed to be.
I'm gonna play it because it's short. Here it is.
A lot of things on the mind of a lot of people. These men, the Rock and Roll Express, concerned about the world champion Ric Flair, but not only that, the other two horsemen, Tully Blanchard, Arn Anderson.
That's right, Tony. You know, a lot of people is running as a Rock and Roll Express splitting up. No, we're not splitting up. We're in singles right now because Ric Flair will run his nose about a lot of things. Let me tell you something, Ric Flair. Rock and roll is here. It ain't never gonna die, baby.
That's right. You know, and Ric Flair wants to run down Arn Anderson or Tully Blanchard. Well, bring it on down, Ric Flair. Because when we get together, all we do is create stormy weather. And you and Tully Blanchard, Arn Anderson, and JJ Dillon, or anybody else that want to find out what the Rock and Roll Express is made out of, you surely will, baby. So let me just tell you another thing, Tony. You know, Ric Flair's come out here putting down all the nice people that stand behind the Rock and Roll Express. Talk about they talk about the Looney Tune Boppers and all their undergarments. But you know, Ric Flair, I made it to High Regency, told me to give this right here to you. You know, you talk about your big girls, but this big is being just a little bit too ridiculous. So, she told me to give it back to you, brother, and we'll see you wherever you want to be, baby. It might be in Baltimore or it might be in Cincinnati, but we're coming for you. Woo!
The Rock and Roll Express will be...
That was the most ridiculous looking pair of big underwear I've ever seen in my life.
What was that supposed to be?
A pair of underwear. Like
That's what
Big
it
Mama
was?
draws. Yeah.
Bloomers, dude.
What, Bloomers is supposed you heard what he said? A maid from the Hyatt Regency? That's nice, Ricky. That's nice. That's nice. Doc, any other thoughts from that?
That's 2 promos and 2 fat women jokes.
That's nice.
They like making fun of big bitches, man.
All this body shaming.
I know, man.
We should
Can you
respect
imagine?
women.
Yeah, they should respect women. Don't do like Dusty did. She belongs to me now. Okay, so after that, they follow up with Manny Fernandez and a very high Jimmy Valiant. Doc, any thoughts from that one?
God.
Yeah.
I can play it. I mean,
Play it.
Whatever
We
you
got
want
time
to
to
do,
kill.
dude. Yeah, we're just over here just getting a little bit of this action.
here it is.
Okay, we're back at ringside on World Championship Wrestling. And here he is, the Raging Bull, Manny Fernandez.
You know, Tony Schiavone, it gives me a lot of pleasure to come out here on Nationwide TV after I told all the people that the Boogeyman, the B&B got together to cure a common cause, or a common disease in Paul Jones and his army. But baby, all the people of San Antonio know that we'll take it there. We'll take it right down to the calles de San Antonio, el corazón de San Antonio. Todos sus amigos van a ver. Si viene el Toro y el Boogeyman, we're going to be there for one thing, Daddy, para cuidar el negocio. Y el negocio es la lucha. Aquí luchamos como hombres. And I'm going to tell you another thing, Paul Jones. A man gave me a phone call a while back, and I said, I don't know what to do. So I called all the people around that love the Boogeyman, the street people. And I said, what did I do with Boogie? And they said, let that man boogie woogie. And that's exactly what he's going to do. Boogie woogie, and we're going to come together. And Paul Jones, we got something in store for you, baby.
There you
And I
go.
know You ain't gonna like it.
Boogie
And
winding
you
up.
see, this is my army. This is my army. Willie, and I love him to death. Mr. Paul Mad Dog Jones. Pistol Pants Wadley. Barbarian. T-Jones Khan. Listen. Listen! You're all gonna be just like Barbarian, just like Mr. Barbarian. You're gonna be a ball-headed geek like Roscoe. I'm gonna tell you something, brother. When B&B get together, Boogie and Willie, we're coming for you, Jack, and it's gonna be bald-headed geek time, and that's nothing but gospel. Listen, Willie. Listen, Willie. Listen, Willie. We coming, baby. All right.
Let's go to the ring.
I say Boogie only did one line right there. He wasn't really too hyped. What you think, Doc?
I don't know. I don't know what he's talking about. I don't care.
That's nice.
That's Jimmy Valiant, man.
Yeah, imagine him and like George Animal Steel together in the tag
George
team.
the Animal Steel, yeah, in real life, he taught school, so at least he could speak.
That's a fair point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Jimmy's closer to who he is in real life on camera than George Steele was.
Yes.
But I seem to remember when I first watched this, and maybe I got it mixed up with another Valiant one that I was thinking of. He was a lot higher than he came across right there. Harper, anything else?
But you know that Manny was not as bad because it was shorter.
Yes.
Yeah, he only talked for like a minute. You send him out there for longer than that, it's just too much.
And the
Right.
problem is, I mean, once you start speaking Spanish, you got to figure back in 1986, people were probably like, shut up. Want to hear that fucking shit?
Damn, Harper.
Dude,
I mean, dude,
It's
back in
true.
1986?
I was 12 years old. I didn't understand one word of
Yeah.
Spanish, and I wasn't there to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
That's real nice. Y'all need to
It's
develop
true.
some cultural sensitivity.
Whatever.
I knew Harper was going to say that. Okay, so after Manny and Jimmy come out to a lackluster promo, Ronnie Garvin's out there versus Robert Burrows. Jesus. Burrows must be thinking that these fans need to shut what they call the fuck up, because they are
Break
chanting
it.
beat him up, Ronnie, beat him up, and then break it. Not even 30 seconds into it, poor Burrows is in a sugar hole per David Crockett, and he's on his way to a good stretching. No shocker here. Ronnie Garvin disrespects this man's dignity and defeats him. It's just utterly ridiculous, and I'll throw it to Doc to give his thoughts.
Was that Robert Burrows' first time in the that we
I think so, huh?
I agree with Harper. I think it was.
Hey, welcome in, buddy. It's nice to meet you. We've been looking for. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna put you in the ring with a veteran.
He's gonna stretch the fuck out of you.
It'll be good. I mean, he'll show you the ropes. He's established around here. You'll be fine. Ronnie, come here. And then you see the look of panic come over the guy's face.
Or like this is what they used to say like back in the day. I remember when I first started in the mid-90s. It'd be like, "Oh, he's been around for a while. He'll take care of you."
Right.
Like, that's the words they use. And this guy's thinking
They mean it
this
in
is
the take care of
me,
like
fuck that.
the mob sense, and you're like, wait a minute.
Right. Oh, he'll take care of you. Yeah. Okay.
Well, I did know, and I
whatever.
did notice that Ronnie is starting to get some use of his right hand back. So look out there too.
Yeah. Harper, anything from you on Burrows getting stretched?
Yeah, it's the first time you saw him beat someone with the punch in a good while.
Yeah. He had been he had used that in a while. He'd been using the
Yeah.
headbutt, I think, huh?
Yeah. He fucking stretched that guy. He's stepping on his fucking head and shit.
It's so disrespectful when you watch it. Like you watch it and you're like, damn, this dude just gave zero fucks.
What's more disrespectful from a worker perspective? You stepped on my head while you were stretching me, or you put your nuts in my face when you were pinning me. You said just sat on my chest.
They're both pretty bad. I don't know if you can differentiate them. What do you think, Harper?
I think stepping on my head would be worse.
Yeah, probably so. That's true. Not that I want nuts on my chin or anything, but yeah, I agree. Okay, Well, that happens, and then we go.
But if you have to take it, you will. I get it. Okay.
Well, Cornette is coming back out, and here it is.
Illegal. David, I want to say one thing. With that outfit on, you look like a JC selling jelly. Let me tell you something. Just like I said before, the James boys. I can't go anywhere. I can't turn my back. I can't look behind me, but I don't know what to do because you never know when those psycho idiots, the James boys, are going to pop out and try to do something to me. And the only way that they can do that is by coming out under cover of darkness, by wearing masks on their face, because they're cowards, because they wouldn't fight nobody straight up face to face. But I want to show you two men right now who are true champions, who always follow the rules, who do everything in the broad light of day, just like true champions and gentlemen should. Ladies and gentlemen, the tag team champions of the world, Loverboy Dennis and beautiful Bobby, the Midnight Express.
That shit sounds like 70s porn music.
Oh, God.
That fucking music. They had the best interest music of all time, and that's what it gets reduced to.
Doc, your thoughts on the promo?
I just told you.
Okay.
I'm mad.
Harper, your thoughts?
What's he call him? He's like a JJ.
A JC selling jelly.
What's that?
Do you know what the JCs are?
I know JC Penney's.
No, the JCs is the junior, the junior chamber. So
all right,
like one of those things for jerk-offs to attend to make them feel like they're getting in the white man's club, so they can screw somebody over later on a real deal, business deal.
You are extra salty tonight, man.
Shut up.
What in the fuck?
I woke up this morning and I realized I've been not too nice to too many people for too long.
Yeah, buddy. Okay, if you say so. All right. So after Cornette's promo, Rocky Kernodle and Vernon Deaton versus the Midnight Express, as you heard. Cornette is on commentary complaining about the James boys and saying they're Magnum and Dusty. And Crockett's response was, for those Mid-South fans out there, just like Bill Watts in Mid-South. If you think that's who they are, then unmask them, which I totally agree with. That's how it worked back then. I did have a question for you two, not really about the match, but as you watch the match, how underrated is Bobby Eaton? Do you think by most people?
That's my note on this match is...
No fucking way.
It was absolutely the same. Is the more I look at this, and he's in Smoky Mountain, the more I realize I never appreciated how badass he was at the time.
Yeah.
Harper, what about you?
He was good, man. He was real fucking good.
I mean,
I would have liked to see I would have liked to see how far he would have won, how far he would have went in a single situation.
I mean, we've done plenty of. Yeah, I agree. We've done plenty of top fives, and the Midnight Express will obviously, right up there with the top ranked teams when we did the top fives. But as a singles wrestler, I think a lot of people probably underrate him. I mean, he wasn't a talker. Maybe that's why. But Bobby was damn good, man. He was damn good in the ring. And that's what I thought just watching this match. It hit me. I was like, Bobby Eaton was a real, real good wrestler. And I know it's not that I thought that he was bad. It's just that as I watched this, I kept thinking to myself, this dude was really, really good. Probably one of the most underrated ever.
Well, when you're younger, he's not flashy, so he's not catching your eye as much as like Rick or Dusty or Magnum or those other guys. But when you go back and you're looking at it for different things and from a different lens, it's like, dude, he really does stand out in a huge way.
Yeah, he was damn good. Damn good. Anything from the match, Doc?
They're the champs.
Yeah, you damn right.
The other team isn't.
No.
Yeah, they won with ease.
Let's go to Double A.
Double A? No. It's Tully and JJ, right?
Oh yeah. I got ahead of myself.
Let's go to Tully and JJ. They come out to cut a promo.
Tully Blanchard Enterprises joined us here on World Championship Wrestling. The tape, of course, is off Ron Garvin's hand, but it seems to me the hand's getting a lot better. Still, though, he wants this man to tape up the fist along with him.
Well, what it is, it's a situation where you got the helter-skelter effect. Dusty Rhodes, they all look up to him over in the other camp. He's their leader. and they're all sitting around their dressing room, and the American Dream is trying to justify to Magnum TA and to Ronnie Garvin and to the Rock and Roll Express and Jimmy Valiant, Wahoo McDaniel, and the rest of them, while all the hardware's over here on our side of the dressing room to the point where the building is tilted. And Dusty Rhodes is telling them, hey, let's get out there and get something done. And they're all looking at him with that dumb look on their face while they're trying to pose in the mirror and say, well, we've tried everything that we could possibly do to win those titles. What are we going to do? So Garvin, he gets a brilliant idea. Since they wouldn't let him tape his fist, and that's Bob Geigel speaking, he figures, well, maybe if I let Tully tape his fist, he'll let me tape my fist. It's a desperate move is what it is, because you're the national champion and you're going to stay that way.
Well, you know, the whole thing is Dusty Rhodes got embarrassed, humiliated, degraded, everything when I beat him 1, 2, 3, probably for only the 4th or 5th time in his whole wrestling career, right on national television to take the national heavyweight title. Everybody saw how he helped Ronnie Garvin try to humiliate me back. It's all a plan by Dusty Rhodes, but to have these plans work like the domino effect did, Dusty Rhodes, you've got to have some discipline on your side. And all the people you run around, their egos get in their way too bad to have enough discipline to get in a squared circle and wrestle. Ronnie Garvin, I don't need to tape my fists up. I'm a wrestler. I may be the most ultimate wrestling machine in all of professional wrestling today. That's why I took you down. Nobody else. That's why I did something no man in professional wrestling can do. Pin your shoulders to the mat. And you think about that, Dusty Rhodes, and you give that back to Magnum, Ronnie Garvin, Jimmy Valiant, and all those people that you like to run around and sit in that little room and look at the mirrors and prep yourself with. Because when you get in a squared circle, it don't make any difference what you wear out here, fine jewelry, because I got it all, big cars, it don't make any difference. Because when you put your boots and your tights on and you get inside that squared circle, you got to wrestle. Because that's what this is, professional wrestling. And Dusty Rhodes, Ronnie Garvin, Magnum TA, you all look at it. That's why Tully Blanchard is the wrestling machine of today, the 1980s, the national heavyweight champion, and don't you forget it.
Mr. Schiavone, just let me ask you a little question. This on the belt, if the camera gets, does it say punching champion or tape fist champion? What does it say?
It says wrestling champion.
We rest our case.
All right, Tully Blanchard Enterprises. Let's go back to the ring.
Damn. Doc,
I know, huh?
Bruh, I got so much to say, but I'm just gonna say that was a great promo. But go ahead, Doc.
Well, JJ popped the shit out of me when he said that they got so much hardware that the building's tilting over.
Bro,
I rewound that and said I want to hear that again.
Yeah.
Did I catch that right? Jesus, that was good.
Yeah, he said the locker room is tilted from all the gold we have, was what he said. That was a fucking awesome line. Keep going, Doc, if you got anything else.
Well, are you aware of Helter Skelter and its historical significance?
Not really, but go ahead.
God, what do you know? Do you know anything besides Hennessy and Bones Thugs and Harmony?
I'm really trying to lay off the sound bites this week, so go ahead.
Well, so here's the deal. Helter Skelter was a song by the Beatles. And Charles Manson thought that it was speaking to him. The White Album was speaking to him specifically to start a race war that would allow him to come to power. Okay. Well, it was in the promo.
I'm messing with you.
So he's just, if I'm not mistaken, just compared Dusty Rhodes to Charles Manson.
That's nice, JJ.
Right before he says we got all the gold. So
that's nice, JJ. That's nice.
Right.
Oh boy. Harper, what you got from that?
Good times.
I love it when he points out on the belt. He's like, what's that say? Wrestling champion.
I thought that was awesome.
Yeah. He's like, bro, I win that boxing.
What's the name on the marquee, son?
Yeah. We're fucking wrestlers. And fucking he's a wrestling champion. There will be no tape fucking fist. I thought that was great.
That line was awesome when he said that. It says wrestling champion, not tape fist champion. I rest my case. I thought, let me ask this. Is this like one of the most underrated promos you'll ever hear that you never hear people talk about?
I would say so.
Could be.
The line of we got all the gold, we're tilting the locker room was great. And then the tape fist, It doesn't say tape fist. It says wrestling. JJ was really good here, and Tully was too.
Mm-hmm.
They were together here. They were so concise and on it. It was great. Doc, anything else from it?
No, that was about it.
It really, really was. Hopper, anything else from you?
Nope.
So after that promo, the next match is Jimmy Valiant, Manny Fernandez versus Brody Chase and Jerry Garvin. The kids are swarming Boogie as he's coming out to the ring.
They love him, huh?
I'm surprised they don't stick to him.
Hopper, did you see those kids though? God damn!
The black kids love him.
Mike, would you let your kid go up and give Boogie a hug?
I don't know, man. That was like really, it's insane. Like they were like, dude. I mean, literally, it was like,
Daddy. Why did Boogie touch my butthole?
Well, it was so crazy, dude. It was like somebody kicked an ant pile. And he's up. I'm serious. It's like somebody kicked an ant pile. You know how like ants would just come out of the ant pile and start crawling? Dude, they were swarming him like a fucking somebody kicked a beehive.
Boogie is for the children.
Bruh. The dude is oh man. This dude was marketed to children. That's just insane to me, but whatever. Obviously, Jimmy, Boogie Woogie Man, Valiant, Manny Fernandez get the win right after. Did y'all have anything from the match?
No, one single thing.
Me either. Right after that, Shivani and Crockett give a Great American Bash update. Again, it sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun, but we heard the attendance earlier in the show. And then Arn comes out, and I think we've been waiting on this one, so here it is.
Because we're going to have all the top stars in wrestling, including this man right here. He is the World TV Champion. He'll be a part of the Great American Bash. Here he is, Arn Anderson.
Yeah, Tony Schiavone, the Great American Bashes are coming up. I don't need to have to tell you or tell the people about the severity of the event. Probably the greatest sporting event ever in history all across this nation. But right now, I want to give you a recap, Tony Schiavone. I want to give you a recap of a dynasty. I'm talking about the Four Horsemen. Sometime back, I told Magnum TA right here on national television, don't get caught alone, Magnum. You saw the consequences. Sam Houston stuck his nose in our business. You saw the consequences. A broke arm. We told Dusty Rhodes, your leg is on the line. You saw the consequences. We told Ricky Morton, Robert Gibson, that they're in bed with the big dogs. They're out in no man's land. You saw what happened to Ricky Morton. He is now the human scab. Gibson, you're next. Well, Tony Schiavone, I'm going to be defending this world television title, hopefully in all the bashes across this country. But right now, I want you to listen real tight. I want everybody that's within listening range to listen real tight. Dusty Rhodes, everybody's been asking me, where's the fourth horseman? And they've been asking me in a sarcastic tone. Well, I've just been given the word. The fourth horseman is on the way back. And we're guided by James J. Dillon, and you know what a mind he is. So, Dusty Rhodes, at some particular point in time of our choosing, I'm talking about the city, the time of day of our choosing, there's going to be a rebuttal for what you and the Road Warriors did. The fourth horseman's coming back, and that's going to leave you, baby doll, a rebel without a cause, if you get my meaning.
All right, he said the fourth horseman is coming back. Let's go to the ring.
Arn's badass. Hopper, what'd you have from the promo?
Fuck yeah. he can't do no wrong, huh? Shit.
Nah, he can't. He's like Ron Wright in Smoky Mountain in the 90s. He ain't doing no wrong.
Fuck no, man.
Arn is not messing up. Nothing.
Nope. And fucking Ole's coming back.
Yes. Yeah. That was a big one.
Yes.
Doc, what'd you have?
So he laid out everything they've done, and then he tells you what's about to happen and says there will be a rebuttal. And all I could think about was that Dutch Mantell line. If I tell you that chicken's going to drop some tobacco, you better look for some Copenhagen to come out of his left wing. I was like, man, when he said there's going to be a rebuttal, I was like, I believe you.
Yeah, that's one thing about Arn, man. You're going to believe everything he got to say. That's for damn sure. He's just bad, man. He's like, I ain't running from nothing. I'm going to put strap on the line.
It's braggadocious, but it's also economical. Like, there's no wasted motion either.
Nah, not one bit. It's all every second is used appropriately. Nothing's wasted, and it's to the point. And he makes it, and he delivers it well. He's like I'm putting a title on the line at the Bash, and for the love of God, he then mentions Ole's coming back, and I'm like, oh boy, here we go. Yeah,
he even
good
put
stuff.
over the fucking Goodwill games. Coming on fucking TBS.
I remember that. Yeah, buddy. Well, you even got a plug in. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay. So after Arn cuts his promo, there's 2 matches that come up. The first one is the Road Warriors versus Ray Traylor and Carl Styles.
Hey.
What?
Ray Traylor's back.
Well, I think this is his last one. I'm almost certain because Big Bubba's about to appear in a week or two.
You keep saying that.
No, I know it for a fact. I'm almost certain at this point. Big Bubba's about to appear. So just keep that in mind. And it's amazing because I was watching a Worldwide where he's on it, and it would fool you. You'd be like, I would not have known just the way he's dressed. So anyway, Road Warriors run in and say, fuck this, and goddamn, Animal throws a freaking shoulder tackle, a leaping shoulder tackle at Ray Traylor at the beginning. It's just like, God, it's just impressive. Ellering and Baby Doll are at ringside. Ellering looking like Professor Jock something or another. I don't know.
What?
He's looking so weird at ringside. I don't know what's up with Ellering's get up. All of a sudden, Baby Doll is wearing a prom dress to the tapings. Ellering and Baby Doll are conversing as Hawkpin Styles and the Road Warriors win. Doc, thoughts from the match?
Dude, it was like they starved the Road Warriors and then hang a pork chop around each one of their opponents' necks, man. It's just vicious. I love it. And the thing I miss the most is the Black Sabbath in the background for the music, because that just set the tone too. That's the music to get your ass whooped by. The soundtrack to a beating.
Harper, your thoughts on the match and anything we saw?
What the fuck is Baby Doll doing out there? Scouting talent?
Learning how to be a manager?
Yeah.
I guess, yeah. Anything else, Harper?
No. Just
Road Warriors get the win. Go ahead, Harper, my bad.
He is right, man. You fucking missed that Black Sabbath fucking
it's not
intro
the same.
music. No.
The music it throws you off. I mean, when you watch as I've been watching the Worldwide episodes along with it weekly, and the Road Warriors hit the arena with that music, it's like, Jesus Christ. The freaking fans erupt.
Not the tag team. Dude.
Right.
Hey, let's set this up. Let's tee this up. Hey, Mike, do you know who the singer for Black Sabbath was?
You finished?
The guy from Dio.
You finished?
He's not lying.
Are you finished, Doc?
I think you're looking for Ozzy Osbourne, sir.
Okay. Are you done? Can we move on? It's a wrestling show, not a rock and
roll
roll show.
I could name Bones Thugs and Harmony. How come you can't name Black Sabbath?
Okay, so the next match is Rocky King versus Jimmy Garvin. You can go fuck yourself, Doc. I keep saying it, but I want to ask Bobby Blaze about Rocky King next time I talk to him. I know Bobby knew Rocky, and I want to know why Rocky wasn't given more of a chance to be at least a mid-card performer. I don't know how his promo skills were, but the man is solid in ring. Obviously, Garvin gets the win. Harper, you got anything from Rocky King and Jimmy Garvin right there?
It's the first time we've seen Jimmy Garvin wearing long pants, huh?
I think so.
Yeah, because normally he has those little pants and that she like pulls off of him like he's a baby that's got a dirty diaper.
Yeah, I think you're right there. I think you're right there. I was talking to one of the longtime listener and Hall of Famer at Unconvinced Ray on Facebook this week, and he said, "Is there any wrestler now who looks completely different than they did back then?" And he was talking about Jimmy Garvin. And if you've seen Jimmy Garvin now versus back then, you would never. He just doesn't look like the same person.
Hell,
nothing like him,
dude.
Yeah, it's completely different. Doc, any other thoughts on the match?
I did notice at the beginning of this match, and I don't remember exactly what he said, but I do remember David Crockett putting over Rocky pretty good. So I don't know. Said like something about like he's come a long way or getting better or something like that.
Yeah, he did. But this is the only role he ever really plays in the promotion, unfortunately.
Well, unless Rocky can go get a pigment otomy.
Oh, come on, bro. Why has everything got to be race for you?
Because I live in the real world, Mike.
Okay, all right. Jimmy Garvin cuts a promo with Precious next, and I am going to play it for one reason. He says something at the end that's relevant in this show. Here it is.
Back at ringside, the one and only gorgeous Jimmy Garvin with Precious. You have a tape in your hand. What is this here?
Well, I have many, many tapes, but, I understand that you have a tape here also that you're going to show the people, and I'm glad you're going to show it to them, too. I brought this as a backup tape. This tape here is some footage that Precious took when we went out to the reservation there in Sturgeon Falls, and I got the Indian Wahoo McDaniels actually on his knees crying like a baby. Right here you can see me giving... There he comes in interfering. He's not even the legal man in the ring. He's trying to shove his weight around. And by the way, Wahoo McDaniels, I can take all the chops you can dish out because don't let this pretty face fool you. Mama didn't raise no wimp. Now, Wahoo McDaniels, as you're going to see here in a second, is going to get exactly what he deserves. I'm taking a heck of a beating right here from the Indian, but that's all in the professional sport. I mean, I didn't bite off something I couldn't chew up. Right here you see it. I had to do it to him. I dropped him on his head on the concrete floor.
Boy, did
I
he.
dropped him on the floor like the dog that he is because, ladies and gentlemen, you yourself have been witness to the fact I've brought expensive gifts out here for the Indian. I've made all kind of offers. I've actually embarrassed the man on national television. And now I got this piece of film here, which I might wait till next week to show. But I want to say one other thing. This is a family station. This is a family program. And I cannot believe that loose Jezebel from Stewart Avenue come walking out here throwing herself around. I mean, everybody knows she can't make up her mind which man she wants to be with. She's out here talking with Paul Ellering. It just about makes you sick. And I'm sorry you got to witness a woman acting that way. You can see she's no lady. She's far from being a lady. And I know all these people out here on a superstation know that Precious is the one and only ballet of the country, and gorgeous Jimmy Garvin again. Whoa. It's not my fault, It's not my fault I'm the greatest wrestler in the world, and it's not my fault I'm the best looking man that walked the face of the earth. How about a kiss? What a loose woman. Let's get out of here before she comes out here again. Probably walking around here looking at some of these men. I don't know.
Jimmy Garvin and Precious tag team.
Now, I know I'm not the only one who caught that he said family program, and then he proceeded to call Baby Doll a loose Jezebel who can't figure out which man she wants to be with.
I believe it's Jezebel, not Jezebel.
I say Jezebel because of what we talk about.
Are you gonna subscribe to something too?
Subscribe. Doc, your thoughts on the promo?
Well, Stewart Avenue is now Metropolitan Parkway in Atlanta, and they changed the name to try to get the connotation away from the fact that it was a well-known district for prostitution and red light activity. So he was actually shooting a little bit there. It was probably some inside baseball, unless if you lived outside of Atlanta. And then, dude, I can't believe Wahoo was in on taking a bump like that at his age.
Fuck that.
That shit was vicious, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, he dropped. I know he protected.
What do you want to bet?
What do you want to
bet that Wahoo wasn't sure what that move was? He goes, "I'll hit you with the brainbuster," and I was like, "Newfangled move, oh whatever." And then he got to the back and said, "Don't ever do that shit again."
50-50 probability there, but yeah. Harper, your thoughts?
That brainbuster looked fuck that, bro. Fuck that. You couldn't pay me to get anywhere close to doing shit like that.
So you're saying that you would rather do the Paul Lee move off the top rope where you ass first into the canvas and miss, than take the brainbuster on the floor?
I don't know, man. It's just that looked like that dumb shit you see like on the indies. People getting paid $20 to kill themselves.
I think it looked worse than what it was.
Really?
Yeah, I think it looked
Well,
bad.
they are workers.
Right. I think they did a good job of making that look vicious. I mean, that's a hard move to take, just like, especially out there on the concrete, because there's no give. But it was just the way he, like, Wahoo landed. It's just like, ooh. And I mean, that's what made it believable. So I guess, they did what we wanted them to do there. But yeah, it looked vicious. I mean, you saw that, you're like, oh shit.
Well, and Garvin's not exactly known as a stiff worker to begin with, right?
Yeah, I agree. I don't think he was. I agree. But the part that got me more than anything was, I mean, he, in the same breath as he said family program, he called Baby Doll a loose Jezebel.
Well, she's been called Mama Cass and a Jezebel down at and a hooker tonight.
I know. Huh?
It's insane. Okay, let's go to the next match. It's Bob Peters and Jim Dawson versus Ivan and Nikita Koloff. I really don't know what to make of Bob Peters. He looks like another 8th grade biology teacher.
Yes. He looks like my fucking civics teacher in fucking high school.
And this thing ends with, I think it was Dawson being decapitated by Nikita's Russian sickle.
Yeah, bro. Fuck that, bro.
He sent that dude into next. He hit that motherfucker so hard. His fucking great-great-grandchildren are feeling the effects of it. God. Jesus Christ. Doc, your thoughts on it?
Yeah. The other thing I didn't like is that all 4 men out there are wearing red. That didn't make any sense.
Well, it was what it was. I agree.
No, that doesn't make sense. You just agreed with it. It doesn't make sense.
TV taping, these guys showed up. They had no clue who they're going to work. They saw their name on the board.
Put him in there. Well, then put the guy with the red trunks in there with Garvin and let him stretch him.
I tell you what, here's the funny part about that. Those dudes saw their names on the board against Ivan and Nikita, and as bad as that Russian sickle was to Dawson, I guarantee you Peters and Dawson were like, fuck, we're glad we didn't have to work with Garvin today. Agree or disagree?
I don't know.
I don't know, man, because Nikita just fucking runs through people.
And he's green.
Yes.
I guess, yeah.
You got to keep that in mind. So he might actually hurt you.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, you got a point there. Okay, so then we go from that to an Ivan Nikita promo. Here that is.
Koloff, Mr. Nikita Koloff are with us. 2/3 of the world's 6-man tag team champions. I know a lot's on your mind. I know the Road Warriors, they say, hey, we're going to get with Dusty Rhodes. Take this trophy.
Yes, tonight in Baltimore, they think they've got the strap inside their cage with the trophy at stake. Well, Road Warriors, American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, we got Baron Von Raschke on our side. Yes, and we are going to destroy you. We are looking forward to it tonight. And week after week we come out here, people yelling USA, saying, where is the Russian flag? Why is it not hanging up? Well, this is being the year of the Goodwill Games, and the Superstation will be airing it. All you fat Americans at home can sit there and watch superior athletes from our country participate. So we demand for the Russian flag to be hung up here. Yes, and the Kremlin, Nikita and myself have agreed to the terms of the contract, so you people will be able to watch Nephew Nikita go on television and wrestle his Magnum TA for United States heavyweight title. But first of all, just a couple little stipulations. Like, for example, I want to talk to this Magnum TA later on in the program, right out here. We demand that also.
You want Magnum TA right out here?
Magnum TA, tell him Magnum TA. Don't forget about Nikita. You forget that you're going to pay, and you know going like
it. Bro, what the hell was that from Magnum? What? Okay, Doc, you told me to cut it off. I did. So your thoughts on at least Ivan's part of the promo?
Kremlin, dude. Kremlin level activity. That comes back later. That comes back later, doesn't it?
Sure. Yeah, I think so. Harper, your thoughts?
If this was the one when he put over the Goodwill Games, I thought it was Arn.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't catch it there. I was like,
Yeah.
did I maybe miss it in my note? Yeah. He I haven't got that got that plug in, man. He sure
Nobody gave a shit about the Goodwill games
Yeah.
then or now.
Yeah, really.
did. That's real classic.
Is that the same thing as the Pan Am games or whatever that shit
Something
was?
like that. Yeah.
God, all
man.
these fucking loser sports with these loser countries doing loser shit.
Okay, how was Ivan in the promo? I love when he called the Americans
He's
fat.
always solid. He says the same shit every week, and his lips touch, which makes him way better than his nephew out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dude,
It's
when
what the
he
lips
jumped
don't
in,
touch.
when he jumped in, all of us were like, "Ah, Jesus!"
He killed the hard on.
Well, he killed the hard on, and it was Harper's old thing where, goddamn, my ears need a rape kit.
Swabbed them bitches for vaginal tears.
Jeez.
Wow.
Ugh. Okay. We get an announcement from Shivani with the site of the next Crockett Cup in '87, which is in Baltimore. Gary Juster comes out to talk to Shivani. I don't have a timestamp, nor do I need it, but Gary Juster looks like he hasn't Harperized a bitch in a long time, and that was the note that I had. Harper, did you have anything from this dude?
No, he just looked like some fucking nerd guy with the mustache and the fucking glasses. And I like to know, where is he now?
I don't know what Gary Juster is now. No clue. Doc, anything from you?
Well, he's a bigger player than you guys are giving him credit for. He went on to WCW and then was the VP of operations for Ring of Honor for a while.
I didn't realize. I knew he went on with WCW. I didn't know about the Ring of Honor thing.
Yeah, buddy.
Well, I didn't say he wasn't a good businessman. I just said he looks like he hadn't Harperized abroad in a while.
In fact, I think he is the current VP of operations. So you need to take that back because you were affiliated with ROH. And are you still doing that?
I'm not affiliated with ROH. I write a weekly column on PW Torch.
You still work for them?
Well, yeah,
covering ROH. I don't work for ROH.
You probably get paid.
Where are you getting that from?
Paid as much. You probably get paid as much as the top talent over there does.
There you go, playing heel.
Did you notice how Gary Juster shakes hands?
No.
I
need to go back. You
it.
really need to go back and watch that. It is the most effeminate, weird, pedophile-looking thing I've ever seen in my life. I'm not kidding. It's one of those things where he put out like his hand, like with palm down, and just shook like the fingers part. It was weird.
So if somebody did you that, you'd be like, get the fuck out of here.
I guarantee you, if I shook your hand that way, you'd be like, what the fuck's wrong with you, dude? What are you trying to do?
Probably so.
And you mix in that mustache and that pasty skin, and you're like, man, hide the children's booty holes.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm just saying.
We're going to keep it moving.
I didn't say he did it. I said he kind of looks like somebody who might.
That's great, Doc. The next match is Rock and Roll Express versus Gene Ligon and Randy Mulkey. Rock and Roll Express pulled the Magnum here with a 10-second win. And I think we can keep it moving. Doc, you got anything?
Not a damn thing.
Harper?
No.
Well, Ric Flair is coming out, and here it is right after that match.
Fans, we're back at ringside. And as promised, here he is, the heavyweight champion of the world, Nature Boy Ric Flair.
And Tony Schiavone, and the Nature Boy, ever picked a day to be styling and profiling today's the day. I mean, let's put the camera on the whole 9 yards. We got an opportunity to look at the Road Warriors and all their big muscles. We got an opportunity to look at Magnum in his blue jeans and his motorcycle jacket. We've seen Dusty Rhodes' cowboy hat. Now, let's take a look at what's happening in the world of fashion. You see? Woo! This is the way the world heavyweight champion was meant to look. And we all know that when the good Lord created man, he meant for him to look just like me. So you see, Ricky Morton, you and all your throngs of little tiny girls in their training undergarments and their Reebok tennis shoes really hasn't made an impression on me. The Rock and Roll Express is history. Understand? Midnight Express World Tag Team Champion Jim Cornette, the greatest manager of all time. Ronnie Garvin, Blanchard beats you up real bad all the time. Big Dust, Arn Anderson has got your number any day of the week. And in closing, because I don't want to spoil you all too much, let me say this to my great friends, the Road Warriors, the most awesome team in wrestling. Let's face it, boys, it's great to be a team. It's great to have a cup. It's great to be all this. But this is what we all really want to have. We all want to be the world champion. Woo! We all want to have all the women crying and screaming. And Hawk, you remember one thing, big boy. You got those 23-inch arms and that 22-inch neck. But there's not a woman alive today that doesn't call Ric Flair the Breakfast of Champions. And someday, buddy, you and I are going to bump into each other in an arena somewhere. And don't worry about me wetting my pants. Because, pal, when I get through slapping your face, you'll be asking me for my autograph as I get in my limousine and ride off into the sunset. Go for it, Tony. Give your wife my fondest regard.
The heavyweight champion of the world.
Doc, I got a feeling you got some thoughts on that, so I'll let you go first. That's your guy. That's your idol.
No, he's not all that great. I've been hearing that a lot lately.
Okay. Thoughts on the promo?
Well, the one line that got me the best is when he told Hawk when he was done, he'd be asking him for his autograph. Man, that was an awesome line. And he starts out by just calling out everybody in the Fed and just why they're them and he's the champ, and that's how a world champion ought to look. And there's people that felt that way before that. There's people that felt that way in 1986. And if you listen to people today, there's people that think that the world champ ought to look more like that. So diamonds are forever, and so is Ric Flair, pal.
He's nuts calling out Hawk, but I'll
I know. He doesn't know that Hawk doesn't know that this isn't a work.
He's crazy calling out Hawk. Harper, what were your thoughts on it?
What's he got against Reebok tennis shoes, man?
Like they were Stadias or whatever those sons of bitches were. LA Gear.
Yeah. Fucking British Knights. Fuck.
Ew.
God, I remember those. They used to
you do.
steal
You
those off
fucking
your
broke
feet in the hood.
You
BK
broke black guy.
Yeah, damn.
Oh, man. Yeah, man. He calling out Hawk. He's nuts. Oh, I tell you what line got me. He says, we all know when the good Lord made man, he made them to look like me. And I immediately thought to myself, boy, there's a lot of church-going people that watch wrestling. And I wonder how that went over on Sunday, the next day at church.
Fuck them.
Fuck them and feed them fish heads. As Putty
He's a heel. He's a heel. You ain't going to see a heel in the fourth row pew. Shit.
That's right.
Banging rats, doing heel stuff.
That's true. All right. Okay. Anything else, Doc, from that one?
Nah, that was good stuff.
All right. I'm going to play the James Boys here. And I just want people to listen to
that guy, that kid.
The guy in the background. Just pay attention to that as you're listening to this.
You know, we've mentioned this many times before. When you least expect it, in comes Frank and Jesse James, the James Boys, and Jim Cornette's been saying a lot of things about these two men.
Well, Jim Cornette's doing a whole lot of talking. It seems like he's about to lose his head over this thing. Getting a little frantic, worried about the fact that his boys can't deal with this situation. Well, that's right, World Tag Team Champions or not. The James Boys are here, and you have to deal with us. Deal with us on our terms. See, we're not going to come out here and make a whole lot of threats. We're not going to give you any upper hand by telling you what we're going to do to you. What's going to happen, like two thieves in the night, going to come do our business and be gone. And then and only then will all be over.
Take the mask off, you criminal!
You know what? I believe that the wrestling world knows that Frank and Jesse James are here for one reason, Midnight Express. What happened to you in the parking lot behind the pickup truck was no accident. It was an attention getter, you understand? You know, we run wild. Outlaws throughout this country run wild. Look for us anywhere, anytime, any place. Midnight Express, Jim Cornette, Bobby Eaton, Dennis Country, to do anything imaginable. You got them tennis rackets running around. You know what? We have ladies with us, you know. They say Baby Doll knows who the James boys are. Prove it. Go somewhere and prove it. Bring it out in the open. Tell the world who we are. If you can do it, then do it, man. Shut up before I come and slap your face, boy. The thing is, right here, Frank and Jesse James, you know, so Baby Doll's had a lot of strange affairs. Even once tried suicide, you understand? But she's looking to do one good deed. Frank and Jesse James. Jim Cornette, the Midnight Express, when the rope is so tight and your tongue's hanging out, look up high to the ceiling and let me know how I feel. I'll be looking at you.
There they go. Just as quickly as they came in, the James boys, Frank and Jesse.
Wow. Doc, you first.
Well, they're not trying to hide it.
I mean, not the least bit.
No.
Anything
I don't
else?
like that. I don't like that.
Well, that's what it was back then, man.
I gotta like it.
Okay, well, that was just, it was the same way to me with JYD, with Stagger Lee. I mean, this is not a new deal.
Well, here's a news flash. That was some bullshit, too.
Yeah, okay. Now you sound like a fucking moron. But, Harper, what did you think about this?
I tell you one thing, when he told that kid to shut up, he shut up because you didn't hear him again.
Take that mask off, you criminal!
Shut up, or I'll slap you in your face. He shut up.
Am I the only one that caught him saying, he basically called Baby Doll a hoe?
Yeah. Yeah, man. She's been around and.
Jesus.
Wouldn't that make her a fat hoe?
That's
no.
I'm talking about based on what everybody else has said. I know. I like Baby Doll. I've been the one sticking up for her when you guys say whatever it is you said about Jezebel.
No, bullshit. I like Baby Doll. Baby Doll is a great addition to this program.
I'm the one that brought it into this group. That she was on the 2-man power trip, and it was a really good episode. And she was really insightful. And you're the one that you two keep calling her a Jezebel.
No, we don't. No, we don't. Speaking of, I think I'm going to look into trying to book her on the show.
I don't know that that's such a good idea with the things you've said about her.
I don't say nothing bad about her. I love Baby Doll.
You also tried to tell me the other day you don't say anything bad about Tim Horner.
I don't. I criticize his wrestling, but that's it. I mean, not his wrestling, his promos. I criticize his promos.
How many chickens has he fucked after the bell rings?
That's fake news. I never said it.
Right.
Now you're playing heel.
Right.
Bullshit. Next match, it's the Barbarian and Shaska versus Mike Samani and Bill Mulkey. And God damn it, we made it through an episode without a Mulkey brother splatting on the floor. Some guy in the crowd, though, yelled for Shaska to beat up that hillbilly when Mulkey was in the ring. I don't know if y'all caught that.
Yeah.
That was a very good line. Barbarian and Shaska win. Doc, your thoughts before we go to the next promo?
I may have hit fast forward during this match.
No problem. I understand. Harper, you?
The best thing is when Shasta starts dancing.
Oh, Jesus.
And when he starts dancing in front of the Barbarian kind of like shoves him off. Like, you know, get that shit away from me.
I thought the best part of the match was when it was over.
Yeah.
It wasn't very long, to be honest with you. After that match is Dusty and Baby Doll. Here is that.
Back at ringside, Baby Doll, along with the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
You know, Tony, it's always a great opportunity to come out here and speak. I just seen the James boys in the back, passed them in the hall. Like, if you would, ships in the night. And the Hans were honking. Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream. 4 guys, you understand? 4 horsemen. Now Arn Anderson comes out here on television and threatens Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, live and in color, telling him that he won't make it through the matches, won't make it through the week, some town, some place, some arena. The 4th horseman is coming back from wherever he was, laid up in a hospital somewhere in Jacksonville, and take the American Dream down for good in wrestling. Let me tell you, Tully Blanchard, Arn Anderson, Ole Anderson, James J. Dillon, all of you got to understand by the batch time, I'm going to have all the titles. Ric Flair, the Nature Boy, Mr. Space Mountain himself. No concern with women, liquor, wine, booze, and riding big limousines. And he's defending the title against 14 of the greatest competitors in the world during the Great American Bash. That's going to be the real terminal de facto. So what goes on from here out is Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, the Tower of Power. Woo! The man of the hour is going to dictate what's going to happen and how it's going to be. And Baby Doll got something to say as pretty as she is.
You bet. You know, I said that my place wasn't in the ring and I don't belong there. Well, that's fine, Cornette, because you see, my place may be in the ring for a very, very short time. Because to beat you, shoot, I could get any wrestler I want to beat you. But the deal is, I want to embarrass you. And I promise you that by the end of the bashes, darling, I'm going to embarrass you like you never had before, because embarrassment hurts a whole lot more than any physical pain I could ever have inflicted on you or any pain I could ever inflict on you. So, Cornette, get ready to get embarrassed because I'm going to do it.
The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, Baby Doll. Let's go back to the ring.
I thought that was average. I'll throw it to Doc first.
Yeah, I thought it was a really good line about embarrassing her is more painful than the actual ass whooping.
That's a good point. That's a good point. That's true. What else you had from it, Doc?
Dusty's going to be dictating the terms, pal.
Yeah, pretty much. What do you have, Harper?
I want to see her and a Jim Cornette go at it.
I guess we'll see.
Yeah,
just have to wait and see.
Well, let's see. After that promo is Tony Zane versus Baron Von Raschke. Von Raschke wins, and then we're gonna go now to I assume y'all have nothing from that, Harper. You got anything from it?
Fuck no.
Yeah, me either. Doc, you?
Nah.
All right. So after that, we go from that to Magnum, TA, and Ivan Koloff, and here that is. It's not a match, a promo, and they're gonna jar a little bit back and forth. Here we go.
U.S. Heavyweight Champion Magnum TA. You may have heard the comments of Ivan Koloff. Says, yes, we've agreed to the TV match for this U.S. Heavyweight title, but I need to talk to you person to person. Here it comes. There he is, Ivan Koloff.
Magnum TA, I don't want any trouble out here. I just come out to give you a message from the Kremlin. On your courage in signing matches against Nephew Nikita in Russian chain match. Even though you lost, you showed a lot of spirit also in signing United States title match, coming to terms with us on that. Although there is a couple small stipulations, and one of those is that we have a press conference, so let the news media know all about this. Magnum TA, I hope you do realize you are from inferior country, you are inferior athlete, and you don't have a chance in keeping United States belt, and you know it.
Where do you get off coming out here on American television? Tell all the Americans, the people of the United States, especially me, United States Heavyweight Champion, who's superior, inferior, anything else. Ivan Koloff, you nor your country dictates anything to me, especially where this is concerned. I signed a contract from day one to defend this right out here on television for everybody to see. That's the way I want it. Yeah, I met him in the Russian chain match. Well, he didn't get the job done there because I'm still standing here, still ready to get in his face at any time. So for all the people out there, sure, have a press conference, have whatever you want, because it really doesn't matter how much we talk about it. It doesn't matter what we write on pieces of paper, because until it's documented right out here on national television for everybody to see, until the final confrontation takes place, when the red blood of this American goes out there to take on that commie, then it'll be over. Then and only then will I be able to walk around with my head held high and proud. Proud because I fought them all. I sent them all back with their tail between their legs. And that's what you are, is a nothing happening Russian dog to me. And the U.S. Heavyweight Championship will stay here if I had to give my last breath for it.
United States Heavyweight Champion.
And that's pretty much how they go off of air. Doc, I'll throw it to you first.
I didn't understand where, did Ivan come out and say that and then leave? Because then Magnum turned to the camera and I was like, he's talking to the Koloffs is he still there? I got confused.
You read my mind on that. And I
was thinking the same thing. I was like, why is he looking at the camera? And then I guess Ivan just, said his shit and just walked away.
man, we're all on the same page. Ivan comes out and gives a message from the Kremlin, which I still love. I liked all of that except for one thing. He comes out and gets in your grill, Magnum. I thought there should have been like a pull apart there. Like, Magnum be like, man, fuck you, and just goes to town on Ivan. He's like, yeah, man, you're pissing me off with this. I'm tired of this. And then they go off air with like a pull apart, and the shit's hitting the fan. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, because remember, Ivan approached you, none of this, let's talk it through. Yeah, Ivan walks off and then he's addressing the camera. I totally agree with y'all both. That was really weird. Like,
And Ivan's
disappeared.
Really playing manager. Because he tells him he's a great athlete and yada yada yada, and kind of puts him over. Then he buries him at the end,
which I thought was fine, and that's why I wanted him to attack Ivan, and then they do a pull apart.
Mm-hmm. But he just like, all right, bye.
Yeah, and then he's addressing the camera, which I did think that was weird. So yeah, I agree, Doc and Harper. Y'all both hit it. Y'all nailed it. That's true. So okay, that was the episode. Let's hand out some grades and I almost said disability checks and Rolexes. I'll go first. I was torn between a C+ and a B-, but I'm gonna give it a B-. I don't think it was bad because it was only 1 hour, so that benefited it. But I went with a B-. Doc, what'd you give it? Actually, I know what you're gonna give it because you texted me. But go ahead.
B-.
Oh, okay, you changed it then. All right, Harper, what about you?
A C.
C? Okay. Oh, we're all kind of close then. Yeah. All right, Rolex. I mean, I got to give it to Rick. I don't. Maybe. Well, nah. Scratch that. Rick was good, but Tully and JJ were on it, so they get my Rolex.
True.
Harper, who gets yours?
I guess JJ. I was thinking Cornette when he says about the video, but yeah, since you said it, I forgot about Cornette and fucking Tully.
You mean JJ and Tully?
Yeah, right. I guess JJ and Tully can you split the watch.
Yeah, we'll give him 2.
Yeah.
Doc, what about you?
No splitting it. JJ gets it before his own.
That's fair enough. That's fair. Okay. All right. Well, let's keep the show moving. So decent. I mean, look, if you average it out between the 2 B's and the C, you pretty much get about a B- there. So decent show. Still better than anything you'd see nowadays.